Good morning, Year 3-4, and welcome to Thursday's reading session. Today we're going to carry on reading the book, and then afterwards I would recommend going on to your guided reading session to answer questions on the part of the book we have read today. So let's start reading. Before we begin, this is a big clue about what's going to happen a bit in a second in the book. So if we read this, and then I'll come back to this picture. Far across the ocean, a terrible war had begun. Horace's big heart wanted to help. The good old USA was in trouble with Germany. He joined the army and sailed away. This picture here and also this picture are clues to the war that they could perhaps be fighting in, and these are the countries involved. We have the United States, France, Belgium, the Netherlands, Germany, and those are all the countries that would be involved in the war that the author is talking about. I have not seen the sun in more than a month. In France, Horace and his regiment dug deep trenches for protection. There were no blankets or beds. It was always wet and cold and dark. I've not seen the sun in more than a month, Horace wrote. He wrapped his big hands around a rifle. Planes droned overhead. Shells exploded. Gunfire rattled through the night. If the fighting stopped for a while, Horace put down his gun and picked up a pencil. Make a picture for us, Horace, his soldier friends pleaded. And Horace did. He filled his notebooks one by one. The war brought out all the art in me. One day, he climbed to the top of the trench. A shot rang out. Horace felt pain in his shoulder. He was hit. Many hours passed before help came. Horace was glad to be alive, but the bullet had badly damaged his right arm. When it healed, he couldn't lift or move it the way he used to. Now, when someone said, "Make a picture for us, Horace," Horace could not. Here you can see this is him holding his arm. After the war, Horace came back to the United States and met Jenny Wade. Jenny was a hard worker. She loved to cook. Horace was a hard worker too, and he loved to eat. It was a good match. They married and settled down in Westchester. We're going to stop there, and here you can see Horace and Jenny getting married. And this is obviously Horace's thoughts on the war. I can never forget suffering, and I will never forget sunset. I came home with all of it in my mind. So obviously that chapter is quite sad about how Horace obviously went to war and he then came home, but at least he managed to come home and he met Jenny, so that was a really nice end to that part of the story. Go over now and we're going to answer some guided reading questions.